Welcome to the 5 and 5 mini podcast, where we ask our visiting guest 5 questions in roughly 5 minutes. This week, our expert guest is Huyen Luu. She is a Forbes 30 under 30 honoree in social impact, is the founder of Voco Center, and serves as head of young talent management for L'Oreal Sabmina. And with a strong background in multinational corporations, she is dedicated to elevating young Vietnamese talent on both the local and global stage. Remember to subscribe to this channel and otherwise enjoy. To what extent does work-life balance fit into this?
That's a rising concern, I would say. However, I have a very different perspective on that topic. Yeah, because everybody's like, with my fast track career, with whatever I achieved in my 10 years career, how do I take care of my balance? And I also tell them there's no balance. So to me, the concept is work-life integration. And for me, because I was able to love my job, so I didn't consider my job as a job, like I have to do it, and it's something that I have to because I must. I do it because I chose to. So between getting out, meeting people or friends, I decided to go and meeting with my colleagues or working extra on my project, and because that's what bring me joy. And at that time, when I talk about balance, everybody have different priority. If me now already married, my time required for family is much more than me 10 years ago, single, fresh graduate. There's nothing I want to do beside, accumulate more experience, more knowledge, and expand my network.
You said that maybe 80% of the graduates here, they go out and they find a job that seems prestigious, it's with a good company, and then they think that they're passionate about it, and they might not be, right? They don't know. What is your advice for people then, and how would you yourself help people prevent this from happening?
So definitely the reason why you don't know is because you haven't tried it, right? So, and this is reasonable, that the majority of us, the young generation, doesn't have enough experience because they're student. But I think it's just an excuse, because I've just been back from Singapore, and when I'm looking at an average, like just average statistic, a graduate from Singapore, they already take 2 to 3 internships. They already did at least 1 to 2 capstone projects. They already visit 1 to 2 companies. Yeah, they even in their high school they already participate in projects and etc. And that's explain the success of Singapore. I would say Singapore is a very successful country. We should look into that. And the reason and the only tip I can give is you would never know if you never try.
What, in your opinion, are the biggest reasons why people have problems being that proactive?
Well, I would say it's not because of laziness, because human, we're all lazy by nature, but the way we was groomed up, or at the educational system and the culture in each country play a big part of shaping the behavior of a certain generations. Right? Why we call Singapore is the country of entrepreneurship, because from the government strategy, they influence into education, and they change the education's way to teach the student to be proactive, to be problem solver, not to be industrialization. And I think maybe looking back into Vietnam, well, we are an agricultural country. I think for certain years back, the government did choose that Vietnam will be an agricultural country, right? Then we come into industrialization process. And in industrialization, you are not trained to solve a problem. You are trained to do one task in the maximum productivity.
Do you think that things like self-confidence plays into all of this, and what can people do to deal with problems related to mindset?
Mindset influence your thinking, that influence your behavior, that's influence what people treat you. Again, back to influence what you think about yourself. There's 3 big barriers. If we want to improve the employability of the youth, there's 3 barriers we need to crack. Number 1 is the limited belief. Our limited belief is very low. We only believe in what we can do until we did it. So this is the number 1 in mindset changing. So that's number 1. Number 2 is that we create our life. So the direction and the orientation is very important. So it's not like you come to a company and you ask the company what you have for me. You actually have to study with yourself what I want, how company can support me, or how company become a means to get where I want to be. Not believing your career plan to the company and say what you have for me. Yeah. And the third thing is about the ability to present or articulate what is your ability. So I think the third point is where is a weakness of majority of Vietnam, not Asia, Vietnam.
Is it actually worth it to jump into what I'm passionate about, or would it be more worth it to just go for the stable solution?
You cannot find your passion by doing nothing, right? And if there is a pressure or financial pressure, like I have to survive first before I can live happily, then making that rational choice is up to each person.